ആത്മീയ ആചാര്യനും ആർട്ട് ഓഫ് ലിവിംഗ് സ്ഥാപകനുമായ ശ്രീ രവിശങ്കർ അദ്ദേഹം യുക്രൈനിലെ രക്ഷാദൗത്യത്തെക്കുറിച്ച് സംസാരിക്കുന്നതിനായി നമ്മളോടൊപ്പം ചേരുകയാണ്. Guruji, namaskaram. It is a pleasure to have you with us today, especially in these days of distress and tension. We understand that Prime Minister has spoken to you last day and requested to give some assistance in the evacuation process. What kind of relief work is going on right now by the Art of Living volunteers in the border?
You know, we have lakhs of volunteers in Eastern Europe and also in the Western Europe, and they're all in action now. Last 4-5 days, they are making arrangements for receiving the refugees. Already refugees have started coming, people of Indian origin. So I would like to assure the parents of the students that they don't need to worry. There are enough people, enough of our Art of Living volunteers who are taking care of them, both in Ukraine and all the countries surrounding Ukraine. Last night, a batch of youths have arrived in Poland, in Taraska, and we have people who have been housed in Hungary and in Budapest, Hungary, and Bulgaria, Romania, Slovenia. All these places are getting ready, and in fact they are ready. So
Yes.
all emergency necessaries, needs are all taken care.
Yes, just like you have pointed out, the parents here are worried about the security and safety of their children who are stranded in the border and also in places like Kharkiv, as you know. They want Government of India to accelerate the evacuation process. What do you want to tell them about that? Or how can these students contact your volunteers?
Yeah, we have a helpline, and students can call those helplines both inside Ukraine and on the border area when they cross. Once they cross the border, there are people waiting, and to cross border also, if they need help, they should simply call the helpline. And our volunteers are there, our Art of Living teachers are there. In fact, one Swamiji who has gone from Kerala, only from Trichur, he's overseeing all these operations in Eastern Europe. Swami Jyothirmayah. നല്ല മലയാളം സംസാരിക്കും അദ്ദേഹം. So മലയാളത്തിൽ കൂടെ there are I think 3,000 students from Kerala who are in Ukraine. They can contact Swamiji and don't have to worry about their survival there. Yes.
It will be great for you to say a few words in Malayalam also for the parents.
പേടിക്കേണ്ട ആവശ്യമില്ല. ഞങ്ങൾ എല്ലാവരും അവിടെ ഉണ്ട്. നമ്മൾ സ്വയം സേവക കാര്യകർത്താക്കളുടെ ധാരാളമാണ്, ഒരുപാട് കാര്യകർത്താക്കളാണ് അവിടെ യുക്രൈനിലും പോളണ്ടിലും റൊമാനിയയിലും എല്ലായിടത്തിലും ഉണ്ടായിരിക്കുന്നത്. അതിനാൽ നിങ്ങൾ എവർക്കും ഭയപ്പെടേണ്ട, പേടിക്കേണ്ട ആവശ്യമില്ല. എല്ലാം ക്ഷേമമായി എല്ലാവരും വരും, എല്ലാവർക്കും അനുഗ്രഹം.
Guruji, there are some allegations from the Indian students that they are not allowed to board the trains, they have been beaten up or mistreated, etc. Is there any chance for your volunteers to intervene in such situations?
Definitely. That's why we said they can call these numbers. Already people have started crossing the border. They have come and more will come. We will help them out in whatever manner they need. In fact, they simply have to say they are Indians. There are some issues for African nationals in some country like Poland and other places. But if they are from India, and they simply have to carry the Indian flag and say that part, they will let them contact Art of Living. The Art of Living volunteers will facilitate that.
Guruji, you are known as a well-known ambassador of peace in the world also. So we all know that this is the largest war Europe has seen since 1945. How hopeful are you about an immediate de-escalation?
You are right. After 77 years of the Second World War, this war has rattled the mind and psyche of the entire Europe. In fact, rest of the world also is very much affected by the anxiety, by the fear of this. And in this time, we can only pray and we can only say, let sense prevail on both sides. no one should ever take nuclear arms into their hands for whatever reason it is. It will destroy the humanity. So we should, sort out our differences through dialogue, as our Prime Minister also had said, and every other world leader has given the call for dialogue. Even spiritual leaders throughout the world are giving a call that the two sides should come for dialogue. One good hope that we have come from yesterday, today Shivaratri, a day before, a hope has come that a talk has begun between the two parties.
One final question, Guruji, that India has so far taken a neutral stand in this issue, but there are people who say that as the world's largest democracy, we should have condemned the Russian invasion. What is your take on that?
Well, when our government has taken a stand and action, they must have thought about it very well. There are many issues that is concerned, and so our government has done what has to be done, what should be done. They have done that. Russia has always stood behind us in all the times of crisis. So India is persuading Russia to come for dialogue and do things peacefully and not go for war. This is in our DNA. India always wants peace, and we have never been aggressive to any country in the whole history. So we will continue to pursue what we need to do. Yes.